Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Life on the Road with Chris. Today we are in Catoosa, Oklahoma, and we have us a steel plate load. So we're going to go through the process of securing it. This one is a lot like rebar. You know, we strap it, edge protection, stuff like that. It's the same deal. 2 in the first 5 and 1 every 5 after that, and then 2 in the last 5. But with this one on plate steel, instead of doing a bulkhead, because it's the full length of the trailer, we're going to do what we call an X chain on the front, and that's to keep any forward movement from happening, to prevent us from, you know, the metal sliding forward in case of hard break or some kind of a situation like that. So we're going to do that right now. I've got my assistant Nick. He is getting some stuff out, getting ready to go. So we're going to do that, and then we'll get started from there. So I will see you here in a few. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do on this load, excuse me, sorry it's windy today, so if the audio is not very good, I apologize. But we're going to go ahead and do the X chain. So you'll need 2 chains, 2 binders, and 2 edge protectors. So that's what we're going to get started on now. So the first thing you'll want to do is get you a chain, make you a teardrop. So now we've got a teardrop here, and I always put my hooks to the outside so it pulls into it. So then we run the rest of the chain over the top, and then around the front of the steel. So we go over the top, in that wind, and then around the front, and then under the other side. First and second. So once we get that on there, and then we'll bind it, that'll be half of the first X, part of the X, and then on the opposite side we'll do the teardrop, and we'll go over the top of it and then under on this side, and so therefore we'll get our X in the middle and keep anything from sliding forward. So once we got our binders on, we're going to tighten everything up. Put the edge protector in, and then tighten it down, and then we'll grab the next
Right there by your left foot.
And so with this one here, coming from the other side, we go over the top and then under the other side. And then put the teardrop in. All right, once that's done, then we take our binder, hook it on one side, adjust the hooks, pull the slack over, get it up here, grab your other edge protection, stick it between the chains, like so, and then same thing, you'll bind it down. It may take several times because you're going to pull all the slack and links out of it. It takes time to get everything situated. Once it's situated, then you can bind it down, and now it's not going nowhere. So now we have an X here that's going to keep this whole load from sliding forward. I know some of you is going to say, well, you know, you didn't bind that very tight. It's tight, but the problem is it's only one plate of steel right here, and if I bind it too tight, it's going to bend it and possibly damage it. So I don't want to bind it too tight, but at the same time I don't want anything to move. So it's tight enough, it's not going to go nowhere, so it's fine, because I don't want to damage the product. Thank you. So now we have our first strap thrown across right here. So now we are inside the first 5 feet. So then we're going to throw another strap from the other side. We're going to go roughly 3 feet, and we'll throw another strap. Okay, and that strap will be coming from the other side, and we'll put it here. And so that way we have our 2 in the first 5 plus our X chain. So that way the front of our load is taken care of the way it's supposed to. And once we get those done, and we'll tighten those up, we will move and start doing 1 every 5. Right now, we're just gonna go ahead and get these 2 in the front done. I don't want to throw a bunch of straps right now because it's windy, and the wind just blows the straps all over the place, and then next thing you know, everything's just out of whack and all kinds of a mess. So we'll just throw 1 or 2 straps at a time so we can get them all straightened out. But anyway, that's pretty much how we're going to do this. So I'm going to put you on a time lapse, and then we're going to go ahead and start securing everything, and then I'll check back in with you in a little bit. so we got our straps thrown everywhere we need them. So now we're just going to go through, put on the edge protection, and get it everything all protected, so that way the metal's not damaging our straps. And then we're going to tighten everything down. And this one strap right here where the tarps are, that strap is not counted in our aggregate working load limit because it's just used to hold the tarps down. Everything else will be, except for our X chains, all the straps will be counted in our working load limit, aggregate working load limit. So, but the X chains and the strap that goes across tarps does not count toward the aggregate, only the ones that's actually holding the product. So we're going to do that, take care of our edge protection, and I'll check back in with you in a little bit. So this is a winch bar. So you have a spot that goes into the winch for tightening up the winch, and then over here you have an area to do your binders. So it's a pretty simple device, but that's what we use to tighten everything up. And that's what we're doing now, is tightening everything so we can make sure that everything's secure. It gets loud sometimes because a lot of this stuff needs grease. So once we get everything tightened up, then I will check back with you in a little bit. All right, he's going to finish tightening up the last ones, just a couple more, and then everything will be secure. And then we're going to just pick up all of our tools, make sure everything's stashed away like it's supposed to be, and get ready to do our depart call, our loaded call, and then our depart call. So we'll also double check everything and make sure everything's good. But other than that, it's pretty simple to secure plate steel. Just do the X chain, your straps, edge protection. Make sure you get 2 in the first 5, 1 every 5 after that, and 2 in the last 5. Then tighten it down good, and it ain't going nowhere. It'll be secure. You know, make sure you use the proper amount of straps. That way you got your aggregate working load limit where it's supposed to be. And then we'll go pick up our paperwork and see what our exact weight is. But right now we have approximately 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 straps that are 5,400 pounds a piece, plus our winches and everything. So each securement system is rated at 5,400, and we have 11, so we're sitting at, you know, over 50,000 pounds easy. So we have 100% securement. But wind's blowing pretty good. We're going to start putting everything away, and then I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Alright, well, we done our loaded call. I made a mistake and had it on time lapse, so y'all couldn't have heard nothing or seen anything, so I totally screwed that up. As usual, I mess something up every time. But anyway, I tried, and so now we're done. We're getting ready to hit the road. So thanks for joining us again here on Road Life with Chris. And till the next time, we'll see you on down the road. Keep the rubber side down.